Growing tensions with China, from TikTok privacy concerns to the Chinese spy balloon. Despite this, though, U.S.-China trade hit a record in 2022. Can the U.S. end its economic dependence on communist China? Joining me now to talk more about that is former U.S. Trade Representative Robert Lighthizer. And it's great to see you, Bob. Thanks very much for being here this weekend.
Maria, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be with you.
I want to ask, first off, right there, the decoupling question. I mean, you've talked a lot about this reliance that the United States has on China. I'm talking about supply chains. We are reliant on communist China for things like prescription drugs and technology. Can we decouple, and should we be decoupling from China?
So, Maria, I call for something called strategic decoupling. I'm not saying don't do business with China, but I'm saying do smart business and do balanced business. So let's take a step back. The first, any one of your listeners has to say to themselves, is China a friend, neutral, or are they a foe? I think if you study the evidence in the last 4 or 5 years, it would be very difficult to conclude they are anything but an unfriendly force, and a massive one that could literally have a bigger economy than we do. They want to be number one in the world. They want their system to prevail in the world, and the United States is in the way of that. So we need a policy of strategic decoupling. So to me, what that means is, one, you put in place tariffs and you adjust them so that you get to balanced trade, period. 2, you don't have any trade in the technology area. No technology interdependence, period, full stop. 3, you have to be very careful in monitoring all their investment into the United States, which is generally in order to get our data or our technology. And 2, you have to be very careful and regulate all U.S. investment going to China, because that generally is in their interest. So to me, we need, and I think you do it over time. You do it smart. You still sell your ag products. You still buy the things that make sense economically, and you have a balanced relationship unrelated to technology. And I think we have to cross the bridge and do that. And anyone who doesn't understand it, I think, is failing in their job as an American official.